Welcome back to day 2 of the Lightspender's Guide. In today's video, we'll be crushing the Abyss Tower, going through the Dragonspine Tower, and finishing up the trial. So let's just jump right in. As always, just a quick reminder, go into the trade shop, go to the daily shop, and buy those 2 elemental crystals for now to make sure you're on pace to dominate early. The next place you're going to want to go, obviously, is that Endless Abyss. It's going to be dependent upon what day you start. So you could have the team mode today, which is going to be just as easy because you'll just be using the same team that you've been using yesterday. And it'll be the same team in Dragonspine Tower and in the trial. So if you're wondering what it is, I'll bring it back up again there. So for this mode, though, you're going to be using Night Eater. She's going to be carrying the way. We're going to use Night Eater. We're going to actually try out Dragon Lord, and for the last one, I guess we'll just slap in DK. And we need to clear 2 of the floors, and then we're going to make our first purchase. The first couple floors are going to be a joke, and we're not going to watch it. We can just exit out, and we'll just quickly talk about where we're currently at. So we were able to get to 239 without making any different changes from yesterday. In the Dragonspine Rally, obviously, we do get some extra rewards. Make sure you're claiming all your stuff. Look, we got another Talisman, which you should be throwing on one of your heroes. Quickly return to this, scoop this up. We'll challenge this one, and after this floor, we'll be making our second purchase. And depending upon how many diamonds we end up with today, we might be doing some God Air pulls to try and get another Night Eater. Over in the other Godly World gates, this memory corridor, you should be able to clear through the first stage using this team. Let me show you real quick. We'll return to that right after. Using this team, but I did get stuck here with this team. We're just slightly lacking damage, but with this new purchase we're going to be making today, we'll have no problems. And once again, if you're wondering if you're playing it free-to-play, watch the free-to-play guide, and I'll show you a different method of going through that. It'll be on day 3, though, most likely. So over in the Abyss Tower, grab this, and now that we've cleared floor 2, obviously easy peasy, we're going to want to making this as our second purchase. It is really good value. This usually costs 200 flywheel runes, which will be in the future, but we're going to get this early. This is something we normally pick up on, I think it's day 8 of the free-to-play guide, but we're going to be able to grab it now, and it's going to come with 20,000 extra diamonds and 9 of these enchanted stones, so it's really great value. And this item is going to be on one of your heroes for a long time. You're going to keep rolling it forward as you get stronger heroes. So obviously it's a little bit more expensive than yesterday. So now we're at a total of $25 into the game US. Might be different for your currency. And today also, I did forget to mention, you have access to the 12x speed. Make sure you're turning this on. It's much sooner than the free-to-play. Free-to-play, you get this on at day 8 or 7 or something like that. So it's going to save you a ton of time blasting through the fights. And obviously, with that, we get the Star Hub here. It opens up early. We get the Magic Codex. You're going to want to activate it. This doesn't say you send. Bam. Huge. Look at that. 35,000 attack, 1,000 defense, HP, crit resistance, divine attack. And when you enter the battle, wearing the hero gains 30% damage increase before releasing an attack rage skill. He or she gains the Emperor, Star, and Imperial Crown effects, which only take effect once per battle. Emperor Star, the hero's active attacks, including co-op battle, will inflict HPG, I think it's health per something, increase of 30% on the target and deduct 10 points of rage. So it really great because it reduces the enemy rage. So that round 1, you can make it so it gives you that chance, 30% chance of reducing their rage so they can't use their special rage ability on you. And after accumulating 4 attack boosts, he or she will have the Emperor Starburst. The 5th attack will deal true damage of the target's maximum HP, 30%, and deduct 50 points of rage. So a really amazing codex to throw on your damage dealer. We're going to be sticking on Night Eater for now. You can swap it between Night Eater and Dragon Lord depending upon who you prefer to have it on. I'm too lazy to swap back and forth, and Night Eater is kind of a little bit more versatile early on, but Dragon Lord will definitely do more damage than Night Eater for AoE groups and single target, I'm pretty sure. You also get to throw it in the library. It's going to give your whole team 6% crit damage. You're going to get 3,500 attack, 78,000 HP, And bam, 75,000 overall power. I think we were at 350. So that's a massive jump for the account right now. Huge. And in here, you're just going to grab these. This we'll talk about in a few days when we get enough to activate it. You need 50, and we'll talk about it later. So you're going to go to your hero. It's walking you through. It says to click here. I wonder if we can click on a different one. Won't let us. Just follow it. It's going to be right here, but you're going to stick it either on your Night Eater or your Dragon Lord. I'm going to stick it on Night Eater for now, and can always change it later. You can see it's going to add right there 129,000 at power to our team. So massive. And then you're going to want to make sure you hit your research. We only have one for now, but eventually we'll get the link, and we'll eventually also get those enchantment tokens right here. We get 9 of these eventually from that purchase as we progress through the tower. So as you can see, we're already at 550k. 2 seconds ago, we were at 350k. So a giant jump in power. We'll be able to blast through the rest of these. No problem. We would have been able to fly through it without it. You wouldn't need it, but this is, obviously the light spending guide, and this is how you're going to really excel and smash. So we can exit out. We don't need to watch these. Now with that purchase, we should be able to plow up through here. No problem. I haven't changed the formation at all for the team, just left it like this. Honestly, I'm not sure if it really matters if we want to really min-max. In the future, we could use some heroes like Frost Spirit or Shield of Parther if you get it. Heroes that Sun Luminescence to make some more progress, but we're just going to just plow through for now and see how it looks. Obviously, we got to keep returning. Oh, we weren't even able to get through it. I thought we would plow through it. I'll have to check that after. I might just need to shift some stuff around. Let's actually just go ahead and continue here. And we'll jump over to the trial. I was kind of surprised about that. I thought we would kill it no problem. But we have plenty of time too, so not really worried about it. And I forgot to put the talisman on someone. But let's finish this last stage here, get those extra God Air pulls. I have my damage dealers here, but like I said, probably doesn't matter. You saw the damage. Tons of damage there. They did revive Lord of Time, but looking like it should be no problem now. Yeah, even with bad formation on my part, having the 2 damage dealers get stunned didn't even matter. We got our extra 5 soul obsidians, so that's a free 10 pull. And obviously plowing through this. Forgot to collect that other thing I just noticed. So make sure you're going into the trial stage and clicking down here. And let's see how the server's doing. So we have 306 people on the server plowing through at least stage 4, which is great. Only 19 have gotten through the final stage, which is us being one of them. But not a problem. Hopefully more people complete it before the end. We'd like to have some competition. And as you can see, we're really just flying through this. And it's really quick because of the 12x speed. Let's do some of these recruit scrolls while we're waiting here. We can also do that 10 pull of God Air ones, because if we got it early, we definitely have enough to finish it. And if we don't get it on that first 10 pull, we'll reassess before the end of the video to see if we're going to do some more pulls. I like to make sure we're guaranteed to get at least Night Eater, like all 3 if you wanted to. Look at that, Emperor of Light, some nice food, just what we need. Honestly, not that great of a hero, so wouldn't invest in him at all. And a couple more floors. You're only able to do 10 floors per day on these modes, which is more than enough. Let's go ahead and grab these as well. What are we getting for today's gacha? Only 5 of the premium recruit scrolls. Not bad, though. We'll be able to do another 10 pull, I think. I think we get something here. Yep. Claim that up. Got a little bit more fame. Was there anything else? I think that's everything from there. And yeah, today is a nice, easy, relaxing day where you're able to make some progress. And in Arena, obviously we're going to be able to compete a little bit more. Looks like we have some real strong opponents. This person looks really strong, but their team doesn't look so great. So I think we actually might be able to beat them. Let's see. They have Celestial Spear. So we could do the formation as I mentioned before, where you do the T, and let's throw it like this and see what it looks like. So only the front two will take damage. We might have a chance even though we're 300,000 power lower, but we also then might not because they just have a ton of stats. But let's just check it out while we're doing those fights. As you can see, our Night Eater just popped off with the damage. That huge damage was from that Codex, all those extra stats and the bonuses. And as you can see, there's the Celestial Spear. Only hit the front two. Obviously, unfortunately, killed the DK, but we'll be able to revive her right back. And good, wasn't able to keep the chain combo here. So let's see how it looks. And this fight is actually really slow. The 12X is not plowing through here. But you get the picture. So having the T formation against Celestial Spears could help you out for damage. Let's see if we were able to win. And we were not. Just too much of a power gap. But the team, we might have a chance in a bit once we get a couple more upgrades. Always fun to push the limits to see how high you can climb with just, a different set of team heroes. What else do we got going on here? Confirm that. The preview. Oh yeah, the Codex. Make sure you're clicking all your red dots. And let's check out the other 7-day target stuff. Obviously, collect your Celestial Spear. Great hero for the free-to-play, but we're not going to be ending up using her. Maybe we'll level up her up some point, but I don't find it to be really needed at the moment, just because we're getting Dragon Lord, Night Eater, Dark Knight, Saint. We have a full squad. It's kind of hard to stick a mediocre damage dealer. She's good first week, 2 weeks, but then she kind of really falls off. But in here, we get some tasks. Some of it's pretty easy. Challenge any mode. Hero. All right, spending this right here, the spend 2,000 currency. We'll be able to do that afterwards. Normally, for the free-to-play, I advocate for buying Lord of Time, the copy, just to rank her up. Maybe we'll skip that. We might actually do it because she's still good on the team right now. Make her tankier and able to revive the team. And there we go, able to crush the last floor here. Make sure you're going to your Abyss Pass, grabbing all these extra diamonds. We got another 8,000 diamonds there. Wait, even more than that. What do we get? 4, 2, 4, 6. Oh, no, that's the hundreds. I was like, what? 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, 8,000 plus the 400. It's a lot of diamonds. We're rolling in it. We should be able to get another. We might have just enough to go for the Night Eater today. Normally, I do the pulls tomorrow, but we might be guaranteed to get it today. We'll be able to clear Dragon Lady 2 in a second. We can try that out. So normally, like I said, we get Lord of Time. And you know what? It's still not a bad idea to go for it. So let's go ahead and do it, right? You're not going to lose anything. You'll eventually be buying just these enchanted stones. And potentially, once we clear floor, we can pick up some of these red Codex shards. I've been picking them up. And eventually, there's a couple other slots here that appear in the future after the new server. So unfortunately, we can't run this at the same time, but let's see if we have no issues now with the Codex. And we can also equip the other Codex in a second. We could throw that one on our Dragon Lord. It's another damage Codex that you get at the floor 10. If you were running it from the other side, you would get a slightly different one. It's also kind of a damage dealer one. These Codexes you're getting from the Abyss Tower initially are much weaker than the King's one, but they're still really good starter ones to throw on your heroes. And yeah, we're doing a lot more damage now, so no issue with that round restriction. We'll jump back there in a second. Let's activate this. And you go back to the Star Vault. You're going to do the same thing. Collect this. I don't think we could stick in the library yet. Oh, we can. So make sure you do that. You're going to get more power for your whole team. Another 35,000 overall, which is great. Forgot to embed this. And anything else going on here? Lots of red dots. Always make sure you're just flying back through, checking everything, because early on, everything seems to be like obviously a power upgrade. We're up to 600k now, basically doubling our power. Forgot to grab the most important thing, right? We get these extra items. So now we have the full set for either Night Eater or Dragon Lord. And we have the second copy of Dragon Lord. We are going to be cooking. We should have no problem now climbing through. So second copy of the Heaven Dragon Lord. It's going to definitely up her power a ton because now we can get her to 8 stars. And look at that animation. So sweet. And we may even end up getting the skin from this new server pack reward section too eventually. Oh, didn't even check what we got for the talisman, but it is one of the red ones, which is the ones that you want to upgrade. So let's go ahead and ascend her. Yeah, we can use those. Let's see what we got for food. Yeah, let's just use all of these for now because we're going to need to make some star food too as well. So we're getting that Dragon Ancestral Heritage from, is it 150, 20, 250, 10? Let's see if it goes up. 185, 20, 285, 20. So everything's going up much better. Yeah, going to be huge gains for us. And I think at 9, we can get her to 8 star. Once we get her 9 star, we'll be able to get her artifact as well. We do need to grab 1 light hero rank up for food. And I guess, like I said, for now, we're just going to be using these just so we keep our copies, as many copies as we can right now. And we'll get that final rank here. This is awesome. Definitely going to be struggling for food early on, but we can make some other purchases in the support tower potentially if we really needed to. This is just like extra stats, right? 30, 60, yeah. And it gives us access to Rune of Striking here. We can throw on more damage. And what do we get here? Ooh, this is unfortunate. Like, this is going to be luck depending upon what skills you get. We can reforge this eventually. So, not the hottest ones for now, but you can see it's 8% attack. So, pretty good in that sense. And we can replace this one. What does this give us? Counterattack. I mean, once again, not so hot, but we'll take it. For the items, I could be throwing it all on her, but like I said, right now I'm just going to throw all the items on Night Eater just because it doesn't matter at this moment, in my opinion. For all of these items, make sure you click on the Enhance, hit the Blessing, unlock the free Blessing. We'll go through the blessings later, but right now just get your free Blessing because it is obviously more stats. And we got the full set of Judgment, which is huge. Definitely going to be useful, especially since we'll be rocking a 2 damage dealer team for probably a little while. And we're going to be working on the boot enchantment first, in case you are wondering. Got to get that speed. Over in here, we got another one of these. What do we have? Counterattack and heal reduction. So we already have heal reduction on the other one. Maybe we throw that one on Night Eater or someone else. If we end up ranking up Night Eater. Sorry, let me just quickly double check everything. For these star talismans, it's going to be yelling at you. Just ascend and grab your free, not free, but like rank it up. They're going to have different stuff. If you see one that has speed, you're going to want to keep it. Even if it's blue, because speed is really good for PvP, especially earlier on. Just going first can give you the advantage. None of these are super good, so I don't mind reforging them all. See what we get here. This is actually cool. Entering battle increases healing effects by 15%. So throwing that on either Saint or your Lord of Time is going to be really helpful. So we'll throw it on Saint for now. The Affinity one. And make sure you're throwing your other gear on heroes as well. We'll just stick it on DK for now, the kind of better gear. Replace this. We'll stick that. It's fine, even though she already counterattacks. And not Lord of Time. Yeah, actually the front, right? Dragon Lord, quick equip. Need to get some little bit better gear on her. All right. And so make sure you're doing all your upgrades. And let's go try out the Dragonspine Tower again. Let me just check this red dot right here. Oh, it's just a support pack. Don't need to grab any of this stuff right here. not worth the diamonds. We can run these as we're going as well. Over in here, tomorrow we'll have some Mythic Adventure. Nothing too hot. But as you can see, today's kind of a chill day. It's just going to be trying to push up the Dragonspine Tower and potentially going up in the arena. Yesterday, we were able to claim first. I can show you that in a second, too. I kind of just went wild, and we got first place. That'll probably be the only time we get first place for a while on day one. But as you can see, you get the 500 diamonds, 500 arena coins, which is huge. Definitely big for progress. And I did mention that I would tell you about my talents. For the talents here, I just went down for the attack, grabbed the defense, max out the main stats. You don't get many, but just wanted to point that out in case you were curious. So let's jump back in and see how high we get up here. And you might just need to fast forward real quick if you don't want to see. Like you see, my formation right now is just staying the same. It's actually not the greatest of formations for the tower, because sometimes we'll run into a hero that stuns based on they stun a whole row. So if you have a row of 3, it'll purposely target that. And I can see if one of the heroes show up here. Well, it'll probably just be relevant if we get stuck, right? But right now we're just no issues with all those extra stats. I think I forgot to put the other codex on Dragon Lord though. So when we get stuck, I'll go ahead and do that as well. How's the server doing? We have someone at 599. It's pretty good. Pretty good. And yeah, we're having no issues right now. Cruising right up along. This is actually quite enjoyable. If you have watched my free-to-play series, this is much more of a struggle, more RNG spamming. It's really tight the first week when you're just using the basic tricolor heroes. But with this star right here, we didn't even upgrade our Dragon Lord either. We should level her up in a second too. Everything's definitely way easier, which is nice. Get to push through some of the early content, make some big games. This game definitely snowballs with progress as you're getting stronger. You get to do more content and get better rewards, which is really nice. And in a couple of days, we're going to have some nice challenging bosses that the rewards are based on how much damage you can do. So I'm excited to see how hard we can push it. So yeah, let's see if we blast through floor 300. Usually every 100th floor is kind of a bigger jump in stats for the enemy, and that's where we tend to usually get stuck. So this hero right here, and I can show you, he's going to stun the whole middle row if he gets a turn, unless we just kill it. So this formation right here is actually not going to be great. Yeah, you see how he just went down the middle, tried stunning this whole middle row. So they all took extra damage. So if you're wondering why maybe your team's getting stuck or frozen or stunned, it could be because of that. But right now we're just so strong, it doesn't even matter. Just plowing ahead, which is awesome. And I'm actually curious at how high we'll get. All right, 310. So there we go. We are in the range that we may start getting stuck. Let's see what we have for rewards. Is there anything coming up? So here, let's just claim all this. This is going to be big for the upgrading our codex, so we can go ahead and do that. And I think these are random ones. No, they're actually fate selectors. And you're going to hold off until tomorrow because the goddess is coming tomorrow, and we'll open those tomorrow. Because probably we'll be grabbing these plumes early on just for the initial chest to upgrade our goddess. And these divine souls, I wonder if we get them, if we'd be able to use them. So let's go ahead and push that if we can. 5 more floors, and then we'll hop out of here. And I'll show you tomorrow what I got to instead of just spamming through this as much as I can. All right, there's 315. Let's confirm. Grab all your rewards, another 600 diamonds, more gear for the heroes. And let's go ahead and claim this. I just want to see if we're able to activate that as well. And let's grab the rest of these diamonds here from the stage 1. Yeah, 300. So we definitely have enough diamonds to do our pulls, and I think we'll go ahead and do that as well. Make sure you're pushing up in these towers before you're doing the sweeps, because you get 2 free sweeps a day. So climb as high as you can before you do the sweeps. I'm not going to bore you with that. Over in the other godly worlds, I think there's going to be no issues of going through it now with our heroes. So for the ones that have shorter rounds, you could just run it with this using their team. And if not, you can swap in your Lord of Time. And I don't think it should matter. You should be able to use either your own team without using the bonus hero of Dragon Lady, or you can swap out Lord of Time and put Dragon Lady in. But it looks like we're having no issues. The nice thing about Lord of Time is she does add crit rate and crit damage to your team for the first 3 rounds. So you actually get like a little spike in damage for your main heroes. And I think we'll be able to blast through that. I'll update you tomorrow if there was anything. I'm going to keep that exact formation, though, in case you are wondering. Don't forget to throw on the Codex like I almost did. Put it on one of your heroes. If you have this on, if you have Kings on her, put this on Night Eater or vice versa. And obviously level them up too, because I don't know why I didn't. That's big stats that we could have been missing out on. And not so, you don't really need to level up your Lord of Time as much. You can if you have the extra. Was there something else? Oh yeah, we were going to upgrade the Codex some more real quick, and then we'll do some summons, right? So make sure you're using these on the Kings. You can always reset at any point. Doesn't cost you anything. So if you think you put something on the wrong one, you can reset it, just so you're aware. Yeah, so we're up to 770,000 power. We started off at like 360, I think. So over 400,000 power, doubled our strength today. Easily cleared through all that stuff. Make sure you're going ahead. You have 5 days to clear it, and you can come back the next day to do it. But obviously, the last thing will be clearing that memory corridor. No problem. And in the value bundle, nothing here you should buy with diamonds, in my opinion. And none of the things here are good. I think in this one is the same. Nothing worth it. So don't waste your diamonds or dollars here. And yeah, everything else was cleared along the way. So pretty straightforward, right? In the guild, obviously make sure you're sending and claiming your stuff. I think we already got everything we can for the day, yeah. And someone was asking about the guild trials. It was a great point call out. If your guild is struggling to clear the boss, I would recommend sending sending one to someone at 0 out of 2 and to someone who has like a high player power. So like for instance, this person is relatively new and they're not going to be doing as much damage as someone who has a complete team. I like to wait right before reset to do my fights to see how strong I can get before completing it. In here, I'm going to wait one more day before putting this in here. It might not matter. Well, you can grab it because you kind of strapped for gold off the bat. And because we have extra diamonds, it's actually not bad to help your guild out and spend it here. But if you're worried about your diamonds, you can just hold off on this. It is going to be nice to progress for your guild shop because eventually you're going to want to get down to the crowns right here, Crown of Hardening. These are essential for power progress. It's going to take some time, but you can save up these guild coins in the meantime while you're getting there. So let's go ahead and bust out our pulls. I think we have enough for 140. We do. We have more than enough. We have enough to get 180, which would guarantee us. But we'll just grab 100 tokens for now. And so my thought here is I want to personally rank up Night Eater. So if I get Night Eater first, I'm going to stop and wait till tomorrow to do more pulls. Or I'm just going to pull until I get Night Eater. So these other heroes are good to get as well. But I'm not planning on having a long-term team with Dark Knight. And Night Eater is going to be part of the new sect that's coming out within the next couple of months. There'll be a bunch of heroes part of that sect. So she might be really useful for it. And she's not a bad damage dealer. So that's my plan. If you're wondering, you don't really need to heavily invest in these heroes if you're like a year from now watching this, but this is March 22nd of 2025. But Night Eater is definitely not a bad hero to invest in. Same with Aurora for pairing with Fiona. And Dark Knight's a good hero, but she does require heavy investment. So enough talking. Let's go ahead and do the pulls. And pray we get her first one. That'd be great. My goal is to try and get a copy of her. And Luminescence, 100% great hero, especially use her a lot in the free-to-play. We're going to probably use one maybe here too for some potential stuns to get around some stuff if we get stuck and I feel like we need it. So we got Dark Knight early. We're going to be able to rank her up to 8, but we're going to keep going until, like I said, we get Night Eater. And depending upon my mood, maybe I'll just go for Aurora now too, so we can run the full squad. Aurora is good for rage regeneration, but she requires to be, she's much better at 11 star, but I'm not planning on getting her to 11 star. This run through, I'm going to be focusing on Night Eater and not working towards Fiona. So we got Night Eater. I think we're going to stop there. We got both pretty early. So if you had to go deeper, sorry, it is some luck in the game for that. We got, 2 within the 70. We got the 10 free, so 2 within 80 pulls. You do get these extra free pulls here, so don't forget to claim these. But we're going to save it for tomorrow for when this resets. So hopefully I can go again tomorrow and then go for Night Eater to be 9 star. So we're in a great spot right here. I'm going to wait. Not going to pick up Aurora now because we don't really need her. She'll be helpful if we decide to go for Empress. Still on the fence about that. But we'll eventually always want a copy. We have 500 of these. That's wild. Are you going to get anything good? We did get one core hero, Omnimask Ronin. Really cool hero, but not that great to use. But we can swap up our icon now that we got him. He's cool. That's one of my favorite heroes. So bam, and as always, you're going to want to rank up your Dark Knight and your Night Eater if you have enough food. So the issue is I'm not sure if we're going to have enough food because we need to have one of these. It's going to be real tight. So let's just hold off for a second. Let me see if we can get any 4-star food to 5. So you can do the synthesize all. And are we going to get any dark food here? We'll find out in a second. We got 2. Not quite enough. So it's going to take us a while. We're going to definitely focus on Night Eater first. We'll send her up. Make sure you're using these other little 5-star food. You can't rank them up to 6. So they're perfect for food. And at this point, we can level her up to 150, which is big. More stats. And I guess we'll just use these for now, right? What else are we using them for? We're going to have to wait, I think, until tomorrow to try and get her to 200. We can steal this from Lord of Time as well, have her have a little bit of heal. And that's what I would do for the setup. And actually, it's probably not a bad idea just to rank her up to what's it called? Keep one copy of that. We'll use these two right here. To 6-star, just to get her a few more levels. Make her a little bit tankier since she is our tank. We can always reset these heroes at any point. But we're in an amazing spot right now. Power's up to 815,000, so I am pumped about that. And it's just going to keep going, right? All right, so I'm going to end the video here. I'm going to do some more arenas, and I'm going to push up the Dragonspine Tower, and tomorrow in the video, I'll let you know exactly what we made it to on day 2. And please let me know in the comments if you're running into any issues and if you would have made any different purchases and if you're enjoying the game, with this type of playthrough. As always, please like and subscribe. It really helps me out, and have a wonderful day. Take care.